Hi YouTube, Funtime Lucky here. I wanted to give you an update on the plant-based diet and how it's working for us. So, it's not really working. So here's some problems that we've been having is that everything I cook with has dairy products in it, or I have meat in everything that I cook with. I mean, literally everything. So I discovered that I couldn't just get those things out of my diet, you know, just overnight, because I didn't have any recipes that I could just cook with. And, the recipes that I was finding online, I had to go out to the store and buy all this stuff. So, it's just not, I don't know how do you say, like, it just wasn't economical for us to just go out and buy, like, a whole new pantry full of food. So what we're doing, not instead, but in transition to the plant-based diet, is I'm of course asking around to all my friends that already do plant-based diet. I have a couple of relatives that they already do plant-based diet, which is awesome because I didn't know that they did it until I announced, hey, I'm going to do this plant-based diet thing. So I have supporters out there that are supporting me, so I'm really excited about that. And they've sent me recipes already about some things that they love. So I've gotten to try a few things like cauliflower tacos. I never thought to make those before. Those were pretty good. My husband really loved them, so I was really happy about that. And then the leftover cauliflower I had for the tacos, I ended up making that into a spaghetti sauce later, I think, the next day or something like that, and then added the cauliflower in there. So that was really good. I discovered nutritional yeast, which I had seen on Forks Over Knives, one of his videos. If you haven't seen Forks Over Knives, definitely check it out. You can get it on Netflix, you can get it on demand. There's a couple other places you can get it at if you already subscribe. So just look up Forks Over Knives, and then there's a bunch of other videos that they'll recommend for you as well that are really, really awesome. So nutritional yeast, a lot of people replace nutritional yeast for cheese. And so that has been really awesome. So I'm excited to learn more about how to prepare nutritional yeast, because I thought, oh, if everybody just replaces nutritional yeast with cheese, it must taste like cheese. So I just wetted my finger and dipped my finger in the bag, after I bought it, of course. And it did not taste like cheese at all. So I discovered you have to prepare it or put it on something, and it's pretty good. It tastes pretty good. So that's where we're at. So we are eating. So what I did is I just went through my whole pantry and took out everything that wasn't healthy. Like, I'm trying to think of something that was really, really bad for me, but I thought that it was good. But it's because I didn't check the label before I bought it. I mean, it had corn syrup in it, a bunch of salt. I think it had like red number yellow or something. Oh, it was one of the beans. It was one of the beans that came in a can. Yeah, I didn't even think to check to see if there's just only beans in there. So definitely check your labels. And that's where we started. So what we're doing is I am looking up recipes online or getting recipes from people. So if you have any really great recipes, please leave them in the comments, because I am in search of some really great all plant-based recipes. So no sugar, no dairy, no meat. That's plant-based for all of you, in case you missed my last video. Let's see here. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're just slowly implementing things into our diet. So we had a ton of milk. We had like 2 gallons of milk. So we didn't just throw that out. We're just slowly drinking that, or, just using it other ways. Like, I was drinking a cup of milk every night. Instead, I'm just kind of cooking with it. So using it a lot more sparing. And my husband's kind of been drinking a little bit more of it for me. And my face has cleared up a lot since we've been doing this, so I'm pretty sure part of that was from the dairy. When we ran out of cheese, we just didn't buy any more. You know, that's what we're doing. The meat as well. Like, we had some meat in the freezer. I went out and bought tofu. So, in case you haven't ever bought tofu before, it is soy-based. I could only find good tofu at Whole Foods. And we live in South Florida, and there's quite a few people here. So, most of the things that I want, I can find at regular stores just because there's so many people here. But for some reason, the tofu, I couldn't find a good quality. I mean, some of the tofu that I found at other stores that were not at Whole Foods, the tofu had all this stuff in it, like sugar, and one of them had corn syrup in it, and I can't remember, like, half the stuff. It just wasn't, like, a healthy tofu. So, again, read your labels. So, I did find a really good one at Whole Foods. Soy is definitely something for me to have in my diet, because I really don't get much of that in my diet. I love kale. I found the best kale that I found is at Aldi's. It seems to keep the best. So if you're looking for a good kale, Aldi's kale keeps really nice. And you can buy it in the bags. It's already chopped up, so if you don't want the chopped up kale, I haven't seen it there. But the bags keep at least a week, opposed to like other places I've shopped at. It seems like the next day the kale's bad, so that's annoying. Because who wants to go to the I don't like going to the grocery store every single day. You know, I feel like it's a waste of gas and a waste of time. So I like to buy and then eat, you know, throughout the week instead of just constantly going there and buying things all the time. So that's what we're doing. So we're still on the track of the plant-based diet. We just haven't 100% switched over because I didn't even know what to cook. It was so crazy. It's not even something I thought about. You know, I just thought we're going to do this. But you just can't eat straight vegetables all the time. You have to spice them up, right? Like, let's say you have green beans. Well, okay, you can't just eat straight vegetables all the time. Let me rephrase that. I cannot eat straight vegetables all the time. I have to spice them up, you know. So let's say you're making green beans. I really like green beans not cooked. I think that's the best way that they taste. So I put sometimes salt and pepper on them. Sometimes I just put pepper on them. Sometimes I put this little seasoning I have. It's a fruit and vegetable seasoning. I'll put that on there, you know. Of course, I always clean all my fruits and vegetables with vinegar. White vinegar. But, yeah, I just feel like things taste better when you have a little bit more of a variety of spice variety. And I love stir fry. We had tofu stir fry the other day, which was pretty good. My husband and I used to not like tofu at all. We were not tofu fans. But for some reason, him and I, it's like our taste buds just changed overnight one day. It was crazy. So forever and a day, I think for about 3 years, I had to convince him to not eat so much beef and to switch to turkey. So then when I finally got him on that bandwagon of switching turkey, I decided about a year ago that I wanted to become vegetarian. And I wasn't really doing much about it. You know, I don't know, maybe it's just that inner voice of, don't go there yet. So then I found the plant-based diet, and so that's what we've decided to go over to. So I got him away from beef, and then to just, not chicken, to turkey, and then now we're on the plant-based diet. So we, our taste buds have changed a lot since we've been together. It's been crazy. But I just want to give you all an update about the plant-based diet and encourage you that